Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Brick Party is not to be confused with a Lego party. These are not Legos, they are bricks, although they look exactly like Legos and likely work with your Legos. This is a very simple little party game, maybe a family game, children's game, where you have one person who's telling somebody how to take the Lego pieces and how to build something. If you don't think that's difficult, try doing it. Red Lego. Wow, there's 4 red Legos. And stack it on top. No, not there. Over a little bit to the left, but 1 Lego down. As an adult, we can do a little bit better at this, but watching children do this is just hilarious. It's a party game, so people are calling out, and half the fun is getting it wrong. No, I was trying to say this, and you were doing that. And that's part of the fun of the game. This one really wasn't my style. I didn't have as much fun with it. There are a lot of games like this where you're building and dexterity and doing things. I would prefer something probably like Men at Work. I know it's not the same because it's not dexterity of building things up, but I prefer that kind of atmosphere. It comes in a small box. It's very portable. I think people with party games and that like that sort of light thing, people who are obsessed with Legos will probably like this. This is also probably something you could just grab some Legos and put something together if you really, really wanted to. I'm not sure the game is 100% necessary. Maybe like 20 to 30% necessary. But it's a fun endeavor. People will have fun with this. People will like this game. I'm probably not its target audience. With my family, we have so many games that I'm going to purge this one and kind of sneak it out the door without anybody noticing. Because every game I try to get rid of that's a kid's game, my kids are like, no, don't do that. So their standards are pretty low for what they're going to keep. I just felt like this game was a little frustrating. The action cards are kind of funny, but it's one of those things where it's almost making you be funny and forcing you to have fun and forcing you to be silly. And I'm not sure this is the game I want to do that with. Dungeon Fighter is one of those that I'd rather do that with. And there's some other games where I would rather do that with. I'm not sure it's this game. It's okay. I think the precipice it's sitting upon is the Lego thing, even though they're not Legos. I think that's a real draw here. And I think there's just a lot of games that do this better, but the Legos will be a draw for some. For me, it's a purge. It's not one I want to play. It's okay. You've been here. You've done it. Now you're doing it with Lego bricks. That's what you're doing here. So for me, a purge, not one I want. Solid game. A lot of people are going to have fun with it. Not for me. Here is Brick Party, not to be confused with Lego Party, although this will look a lot like Legos. Gonna get a little small box with a family sitting here. It's just pretty good. It's got grandma on it, it's got mom on it, little kids, and that's a pretty good indication you can play this with anybody. You can have a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a little while, and you can see here that the box likely could have been a little smaller, but not too much, so it's not too bad. Gonna get a little sand timer, which probably most people won't use. They'll just use their cell phone. Gonna get a number of these bricks. They look just like Legos, act just like Legos. You can play Legos with these. Then you're gonna get a whole bunch of cards that will tell you what to do. You can see Dad on the side there. It's gonna have things that you're gonna be able to build for points. You can see Grandma, Mom's blindfolded, and Dad. And you can see these are the action cards that will tell you what to do. The cards are pretty good condition. I actually liked them quite a bit. I got mine bagged up. So that's kind of what you get for your money. Here's a rule book. It's got a picture of all the components, which is nice, and a little bit of the bricks, not the Legos. And this picture of Dad over and over and over again. You'll have a game overview of how you play. When you open it up, it'll tell you how a round is played, end, and a score. And it gives you a brief overview of all the rule cards over here. And then on the back, you're going to get the sprint game and some more rules overviews of some of the cards. Very easy to learn, very easy to play. I like the colors that are used. The orange kind of stands out. I wish this was all in one page, though, like here on the back. Instead of having this, I wish this was there. So a little bit I don't like about it, but overall, I mean, this is a very simple rule book, and it did a good job. So really going to have a few components here. You're going to have your timer, which will be set up. You have your bricks done. You're going to have your scoring cards that will be used during the game. You will have your rules cards, which will tell you like what rule you have to do this round. And then you will have the actual building cards that you utilize, and this will be what you are building in the game and how many bricks you'll be using to do so. So these are the components. You just kind of put these on the table, and you're ready to go. The first thing I do on a turn is going to draw a rule card. You take the first one to the deck, and that will tell you the rules for the round. And you take a look at these cards, and I'll kind of show you what each of them do. But for the most part, even if you don't read, you can kind of see what it does without memorizing them. just by taking a look at them. So with this one, you have to use a brick of each of the colors. In this one, you cannot speak. You can only mine your actions. In this one, you must keep your index and middle fingers crossed. You can kind of see her right there with her fingers crossed. In this one, the structure cannot be built using all of the colors. It's the opposite of the other one. So each of these rules will do something different that you'll be utilizing during the game. So when you play, one person is going to be the architect, and the other person is going to be the builder. So what the architect's going to do is look at this card and tell them which of the bricks that they'll be utilizing to build this and how to build it. So maybe take a piece like this, or like turn it to the right, turn it to the other left, up, down, etc. Trying to build this structure here by following whatever rule that you're doing for the round. So one person will be looking at this, and the other person will be building it based on their instructions. Remember, there's like a card in here. You can't use one of every color. You might have to have your fingers crossed, or you can't speak. You're just kind of miming what's going to be said. Here you have to use a color of each one. So that's pretty much the game. Somebody will be yelling these out, and the other person will be building it. If you correctly spell it out, then you get the number of points at the top here. You'll continue to do this. Everybody gets to be the leader one time. After that, the game ends. Whoever scores the most points wins the game. The back of the rule book does come the sprint version. It's where everybody can build it within the time period, and you will gain points if you build it. And that gives even the younger people an opportunity to play and add on and be able to be competitive. So that's Brick Party. Who should buy this game? I would absolutely say anybody who is into Legos. If you love building with Legos, this is a great opportunity to sit down with your children or a fan of Lego and play a board game that's centered around building Legos. This is it. Even though they're not Legos, they're bricks, but they work just like Legos. Don't worry. Your kids won't be able to tell the difference. Otherwise, party game fillers, people will look at it and say, oh, how do we play this? Legos, yay. People have that instant recognition, and that will draw some people in. So if you want a party game, you're having trouble drawing people in, the Legos may do that. With that said, it may have the negative effect where people think, well, this is a kid's game. This is only for kids and maybe not want to play it as much. So, you look at your group and see where you guys are going to slide into this. For me, I think it's a solid game. It's been done before. We've been here. Now we're doing it with Legos. That isn't interesting enough to me. I'm not a big enough Lego fan. I'm not telling my kids, this is a purge. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel. Lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing.